It looks all very Tudor medieval in here. Cute little sink. That will be interesting, often with these little sinks, water splashes everywhere. Well, that was pretty spooky because the video suddenly went off. It's probably haunted, this place. I wouldn't be at all surprised. This is the view from the bathroom and drinks making area. Hello everybody. Well, Dan and I have come away to Sudbury in Suffolk for one night to celebrate 20 years of being with each other, which is longer than most life sentences. Anyway, we are staying at the Painters by the Angel, which are rooms above a very old former pub in Sudbury. It looks all very Tudor medieval in here. Let me show you around. This cost £89 for the one night, excluding breakfast. They don't serve breakfast on a Sunday down in the cafe below, but there's a couple of places nearby that do. So let's have a look around. This is the bathroom. As you can see, we have beams everywhere. The steps up are quite steep. The corridors are quite narrow, and the landings, as you would expect of any ancient building. Sudbury, like Lavenham close by, has a lot of medieval buildings. So this is the bathroom. Nice and bright and clean. There's a shower. That looks clean. There's a little nick there in the ceiling, but that's nothing. The extractor is clean-ish. There's a little bit of dust on there, but not much. Cute little sink. That will be interesting, often with these little sinks, water splashes everywhere. Some nice smellies. Space for toothbrush, etc. The loo. Well, that was pretty spooky because the video suddenly went off. It's probably haunted, this place. I wouldn't be at all surprised. Let's have a look in the loo, see what we can see. That's nice and clean. There's plenty of loo paper. That'll do nice, lovely jubbly. The shower's quite big, which is nice, especially if you want to shower together. I hope the floor could withstand both our weights. Information on the cafe and the accommodation. Where to park, departure time, which we've actually been told is 10 o'clock, not 10:30 tomorrow. And it's got Wi-Fi, places where you can have dinner. The Secret Garden is on this same street, and they apparently do one of the best breakfasts in the town. We are quite familiar with Sudbury. Dan used to live in the area when he was a student at the Colchester Institute in the early 1990s, and we've visited Sudbury quite a few times on the way to Norfolk. So we're quite familiar with the town. It's a nice little town, nice market town. Here there's tea and coffee making facilities. I'm not sure where the light is for this little area at all.
It doesn't have one.
No. And then there's a view out to the front. There's free parking on the street here. Quite a few of the houses along here have blue plaques. It's a very old area, but there's no light here. The kettle looks clean. We will just have to hope. There's water though, which is nice, as well as teas and coffees. There's Yorkshire tea. Wow, excellent. This is the view from the bathroom and drinks making area. If you're tall like we are, you need to mind your head. Nice bed. I like this. I love anything tartan. Nice clean towels, all folded. Little bedside cabinet. Glides well, clean. Nice clean pillows. They're nice and plump. They feel nice. Let's have a look. Yep, they're clean. There doesn't seem to be a pillow protector, which is a little naughty, but the pillows feel nice and their linen is spotless. You've got a protector on this one. You've got a bottom sheet and you've got a valance sheet as well, so that's fine. It does the same job. Give it the bouncy bed test. Feels quite comfortable. I think the mattress should be quite comfortable. I booked this one because it said the beds were comfortable in the reviews. You can see the ceiling there, how old it is. That's the light. Then there's a chair here if you want to sit down, and some traditional pictures on the wall. There's a television here, just a small one, but we don't usually watch TV. I'm not sure how you'd watch it though, because of the position it is in relation to the bed. You'd obviously be able to bring the chair round over here, the one chair, but it looks a bit crooked on the floor because the floor slopes. And I'm always certain that this place is probably haunted. And then you've got the chest of drawers, hairdryer. The drawers are well lined, no gaps. And then an extra blanket should you need it, which is great. The staff are lovely here, very pleasant. Even though the place was open and we got our key from the key box, there was someone to talk us through things, and he was very pleasant and offered to bring our bags up and answer any questions that we had. This place closes at 10:30 tonight, so our key allows us to get in with a door key should we need to use it. And then there's a code for the door to the accommodation. So there we are. I don't think that's too bad. I mean, obviously there's a few niggles. First of all, there's no pillow protector, which isn't great, although it's not as bad maybe as having no mattress protector. And there's only an old type of concertina hanger for coats, like a coat rack, but there's not really a wardrobe or anywhere else to hang things. I'll show you what I mean. This look. And then there's the small basin in the bathroom, so water might splash around everywhere. The TV isn't in the ideal position for watching in bed. It's not something I do, but I'm thinking of others. And there's only one chair we can move round if we do want to watch TV. And there's no lit up area where the tea and coffee making facilities are. There are sockets, but you've got to scrabble around a bit. And apart from one bedside lamp, which we would have to transport over there, there's nothing else. And we can hear quite a bit of noise as well from the baby shower that's going on downstairs. Despite that, the room is nice and warm and cosy. There's a good view from the windows. We've got curtains, a radiator if we need it. The bathroom is very clean. Both of us could have a shower together if we wanted to, if our weights combined don't damage the floor. I'm not sure we would risk that. The accommodation is only a few minutes walk from the town centre. There's free parking outside at the front or round the corner. The staff are really friendly, they're lovely, and they're very approachable as well. If we get back after 10:30, then we have a key on our fob to let ourselves in. The bed seems very comfortable, and the sheets and all the linen is spotlessly clean. So we are going out now for a spot of supper, and then when we come back and chill, we'll see what kind of night I have on the mattress. I do, of course, suffer sometimes with sciatica. I'm having another flare up at the moment. So tomorrow morning I will give you an update on that. But I think for the money, it's quite comfortable. This part of Suffolk is quite affluent, and accommodation tends to be quite pricey, and this was £89 a night, which was way cheaper than anything we could have found in Lavenham, which is just a few miles up the road. So far so good. This place does come highly recommended for couples in reviews. So I'll see you tomorrow morning. Well, it's 8:30 on the Sunday morning. I didn't have a very good night. I'm one of these people who suffers from insomnia sometimes, just for no reason at all. I'm not even thinking or anything or worrying. I sometimes just don't sleep very well. So sometimes if I wake up in the middle of the night, it takes me ages to get back to sleep, which is what happened last night. And I've got this sciatica down my left leg as well, which was bothering me a bit. I also felt like I was on a slope, which of course I am, because this floor is very slopey. Dan, I think, slept quite well, but I not so well. I was definitely feeling on a slope, so it was difficult getting comfortable. But I'm not going to let that judge my final decision. This is this morning's view. It was raining last night. There's damp on the windows, but it's not raining today, which is good. So this is the tea and coffee making area. We did have a drink last night. As you can see now, we can see in the daylight this kettle is quite lime scaled. Also, the other thing is we can't fill the kettle up from the basin because the basin's too small to put the jug kettle under the tap. So the only way we can do it is either use the bottles of water or fill a mug from the tap and pour it into the kettle. There's no bin under here. There is one bin, and that's in the corner of the room by the door. There isn't a bin in the bathroom either. We had showers last night. The shower is good. It's only a handheld one. I mean, we could still have a shower together, but one of us holding the shower head over us. That's the only way to do it. It's a good hot shower though. It's got a good flow on it, and the bathroom's spotless. Anyway, I'm going to make a cup of tea now. The saucers are really cute. Well, Dan and I are ready to check out now. So let's think about a score for this place. The room is quirky. I love the old building. The staff are really friendly. The bed linen is spotless. The bed was comfortable. It's not their fault that I didn't have a very good night's rest. I've been in a bit of discomfort. I do get nights as well where I just can't get back to sleep if I need to get up and go to the loo. And last night was one of those. There wasn't any noise from the street. There is now, however. You've got the workmen. Let me show you. Oh, happy days. On a Sunday morning. C'est la vie, n'est-ce pas? Anyway, the room is clean. The bathroom was clean. The shower worked well. The basin, as I've said, was a little small. We couldn't fill the kettle up either. And we know about the other things. I'm not going to go over those again. But all in all, it's in a really good location. And there's free parking as well, which is always a bonus. For the area, I think £89 is reasonable, because if you go to Lavenham, a few miles up the road, you'll pay in the region of £200 a night for probably an equally quirky accommodation. So when all's said and done, I think I'm going to give this place 7 out of 10. Would we come back again? I think we probably would, actually. I think we would. The party downstairs ended at 10:30, promptly at 10:30. It was still on when we got back last night. We got back about 8:30 last night. It was still going on, but then it ended, and there wasn't really any more noise. There wasn't any noise from any other rooms either. The wall's solid. So I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10, and yes, I would come back here. What do you think about the place? Do you think it's good value for money? Remember, this is Suffolk, in quite an expensive part of Suffolk as well. Please do let me have your comments below. Please give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Please share and subscribe if you would like to do so. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you again soon for another one. Until then, bye for now and happy Sunday.